जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय 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 यशोदनन्दना जय व्रजजनरञ्जना जय व्रजजनरञ्जना जय जय व्रजजनरञ्जना जय जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय जय यशोदनन्दना जय व्रजजनरञ्जना जय व्रजजनरञ्जना जय जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर ललित अभिषेक की श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्री श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री श्री ग्रंथराज श्री श्रीमद्भागवतम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रील गुरुदेव की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपादकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। श्री परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्यमीश्वरं। विष्णुपदा कृष्ण विष्णु नमो विष्णुपदा कृष्ण विष्णु श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे। Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Mandir. So we will read from verse number 11.3.47. Yes. Ya ashu hridaya grantim निर्जिहीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद्देवं तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम्। य आशु हृदय ग्रंथिं निर्जिहीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद् देवं तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम्। य आशु हृदय ग्रंथिं निर्जिहीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद् देवं तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम्। प्रभु य आशु हृदय ग्रंथिं निर्जिहीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद्देवं तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम्। य आशु हृदय ग्रंथिं निर्जिहीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद्देवं तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम्। य आत्मा हृदय ग्रंथिं निर्जिहीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद्देवम् तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम् मतजिस् य आशु हृदय ग्रंथिं निर्जिहीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद्देवम् तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम् य आशु हृदय ग्रंथिं निर्जिगीर्षुः परात्मनः विधिनोपचरेद्देवम् तंत्रोक्तेन च केशवम् यः one who आशु quickly hridaya granthim the knot of the heart false identification with the material body nirjihirshuhu desirous of cutting paratmanaha of the transcendental soul vidina with the regulations upacharet he should worship devam the supreme personality of Godhead tantra uktena which are described by the tantras the supplementary Vedic literatures that give detailed instructions for spiritual practice. Sha, as well, in addition to those regulations which are directly Vedoktam, Keshavam, Lord Keshava. Translation and purport, please hear. Translation, repeat. One who desires to quickly cut the knot of false ego which binds the spirit soul should worship the Supreme Lord Keshava by the regulations found in Vedic literatures such as the Tantras. Purport, please hear. The Vedic literatures contain mysterious descriptions of the absolute truth that stimulate philosophical speculation. The Vedas also offer heavenly rewards for the performance of ritualistic ceremonies. But as stated in verse 44 of this chapter, such Jnana-kanda and Karma-kanda sections of the Vedas are Balanam Anushasanam. That is, because less intelligent or childish persons are addicted to mental speculation and fruitive activity, these sections of the Vedas are meant to attract such persons to take shelter of the Vedic injunctions for gradual promotion to the perfect stage of Krishna consciousness. Now that the path for those who are materialistic has been described in several verses, this verse describes the process for those who are Vijnaha or learned transcendentalists. Such learned transcendentalists are advised to follow the regulated worship described in such Vaishnava Tantras as Sri Narada Pancharatra for pleasing the Supreme Lord directly. The word Upacharet Devam Tantroktena Cha Keshavam indicate that one should directly worship Keshava, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears in many different incarnations to please his devotees. Srila Jayadeva Goswami has described the pastimes of the Lord in his song describing 10 prominent incarnations of the Personality of Godhead Keshava: Lord Fish, Lord Tortoise, Lord Boar, Lord Narsinghadeva, Lord Vamana, Lord Parashurama, Lord Ramachandra, Lord Balarama, Lord Buddha, and Lord Kalki. The words Upacharet Devam indicate devotional service to the Personality of Godhead. And therefore, the word Tantroktena or injunctions of the Tantras should be understood to indicate Vaishnava Tantras such as Sri Narada Pancharatra, which gives explicit and detailed instructions for worshipping Keshava. The Vedas are referred to by the term Nigama, and the elaborate explanation of these Nigamas is called Agama or Tantra. When the transcendental living entity becomes perturbed by the obnoxious harassment of material bodily dualities, he becomes eager to hear from the Vedas about his transcendental situation. The word Ashu in this verse indicates that those who are eager to put a quick end to material existence and situate themselves in the eternal, blissful life of perfect knowledge should directly worship Lord Krishna, bypassing the preliminary Vedic rituals described in the previous verses. Jai. Transcendental purports ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vanshi Vibhushitakaran Navani Radhabat पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्ब फलादरोष्टा पूर्णेन्दु सुन्दरमुखा अरविन्दनेत्रा कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वम् अहं न जाने कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वम् अहं न जाने कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वम् अहं न जाने अनन्तकन्दर्पकलाविलासं किशोरचन्द्रं रसिकेन्दुशेखरं श्यामं महासुन्दरताभिधानं श्रीकृष्णचन्द्रं शरणं गतोऽस्मि श्रीकृष्णचन्द्रं शरणं गतोऽस्मि. Hare Krishna. So, beautiful verse. One who desires to quickly cut the knot of false ego which binds the spirit soul should worship the Supreme Lord Keshava by the regulations found in Vedic literatures such as the Tantras. So, as we see from the previous few verses or this particular this chapter and earlier, where Nimi Maharaj is asking several questions to the Navayogendra. Actually, this question comes 2-3 verses before, where Maharaj Nimi is asking a very, very practical question. He himself is saying that, regarding the Karma Yoga, verse number 41. He says, O great sages, please speak to us about the process of Karma Yoga. Purified by this process of dedicating one's practical work to the Supreme, a person can very quickly free himself from all material activities, even in this life, and thus enjoy pure life on the transcendental platform. Now, this beautiful thing about this question is, it is repeated several times in Bhagavatam. This is one question that is repeated at least, I would say, 5, 6, 7 times. The beauty is the different sages give pretty much almost same answer, different realizations of course, but almost the same answer. So the repetition of the question itself makes it all the more important. There are not so many times, Maharaj Nimi is also asking questions about deity worship and about other things. That is few times, 1 or 2 times it has come. But this particular thing about how the process of Karma Yoga basically, how we can purify this process of, purify ourselves of this karma. And so this whole thing about Karma Yoga is very, very important, that we can see from the repetition of the question itself. It's very nicely said that 2 people repeat something again and again. One is a person who is mad. He forgets that, he has to say what he said just a few minutes ago. He keeps repeating it again and again. Second is the most intelligent person. He also repeats again and again. Right? Vyasadeva is not the first category. He has to belong to the second category. So because he knows what is ailing us, what is the main problem that is creating our chain of fruitive reactions more and more and more. We are not offering our the results of our karma, or even the intention of doing an activity itself is impure. And so only when we purify that, we can even come anywhere close to devotional service. That is why when Narad Muni speaks in the 5th chapter and 6th chapter, what is the essence of Bhagavatam that Srila Vyasadeva should cover when he starts writing. First he says you start writing about Bhagavatam. He glorifies Bhagavatam. But if you see, and then he gives his own personal example in the 5th chapter, how he was born as a son of a maid servant in his previous life, so on and so forth. But he stops his previous life at a particular point. The day the Bhaktivedanta sages leave the ashram where he was serving them, at that point he put a comma, or he puts a break. And then again he continues further about what is the important thing that he should cover in Bhagavatam. One is about, he talked about glories of Bhagavatam. But this main important intention or the essence that he should cover to cover in the entire Bhagavatam is covered in 5 shlokas. This entire 5th and 6th chapter, as you know, that's like we have Bhagavad Gita, Uddhav Gita, etc. Similarly, this particular 5th and 6th chapter and those 5 shlokas, they are called Narad Gita. Narad Muni has also sung. So it comes in 5th chapter, 32 to 37. If you see, that is the rahasya. He put it inside, like, in a sandwich, you put the thing in between, right? So he puts the rahasya, the topmost secret, inside the these 5 verses, 32 to 37. You'll read the translation alone. He says, O Brahmana Vyasadeva, it is decided by the learned that the best remedial measure for removing all troubles and miseries is to dedicate one's activities to the service of the Supreme Lord Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. 1.5, you are showing there. It's 1.532. So, best remedial measure for removing all troubles and miseries, the Hridaya Granthi which you are talking about, for the type, our heart has a knot of this false ego. We are foolishly or falsely, we are thinking that we are this body. And then everything connected to that, we think we are the ones doing. So that false ego, how to get out of that? Slowly and gradually, we should reveal that to the general mass of people. Is to dedicate one's activities in the service of the Supreme Lord Personality of Godhead. Yad Ishware Bhagavati Karma Brahmani Bhavitam. You have to, your bhav, see, he is not even saying you go and offer the results directly. Bhavitam. Just think that we are doing it for Krishna, that itself is a starting point. That itself is a beautiful thing. How nicely he is starting off this whole thing, right? Then he says, O good soul, does not a thing applied therapeutically cure a disease which was caused by that very same thing? And Prabhupada gives a beautiful example in the purport about how too much milk product will create some, stomach issues. And then you change the same milk into curd, and then you take it, and then that becomes the remedy for it, or the medicine for it. So this is again second thing, because 2 kinds of people are benefited by Bhagavatam. As Bhagavatam itself, Ranatmuni himself says later in another few verses. Tvammapyadabra, 1540. Tvammapyadabra shrutavishrutam vibho samapyate yena vidam bubhutsitam prakyahi duhkair muhurarditatmanam sanklesha nirvanam ushanti nanyatha. This is, he closes the 5th chapter with a hammer shot. He says, sanklesha nirvanam ushanti nanyatha. I am not seeing any other remedial measure other than this Srimad Bhagavatam. For what? 2 kinds of people. Tommapyadabra shruta vishwa. You have learned by your vast knowledge of you have learned so much of this knowledge from vast Vedic scriptures. Shruta vishrutam vipoho. You are a great personality. Samapyate yena vidam bubhutsitam. First kind of people are, they are eagerly serious about this knowledge. Basically the jnanis, right? Devotee jnanis and all. So those people will also be satisfied, samapyate, they will also be satisfied by hearing and studying Srimad Bhagavatam. So you should write Bhagavatam, glorification of Krishna, for that purpose. The second thing is, prakyahi means, he is saying, praakyahi means broadcast. You have to broadcast this, not simply just write and leave it on. Broadcast. Writing is a form of broadcasting basically, and gets copied into multiple copies now, then it easily gets even before we go to the other countries or other worlds, it easily gets propagated. To the extent our intention is pure, to that extent our whatever we share, it gets translated to the beyond our physical limits. Now, prakyahi duhka muhur ardita atmanam. Beautiful words. Again and again they are suffering. They are dukkha. Again and again they are getting into the same problem and suffering. And such people, 99% of the people are like that. For them also, Bhagavatam is the only solution. This is the only scripture that can cater to both classes of people. Those who are after jnana, bhakti, those who are after running around with their own responsibilities or whatever they consider as their thing. For them also, this is the only thing that will take out. So when he says this, he is repeating that beautifully, that 1534, I am coming again. Thus, when all a man's activities are dedicated to the service of the Lord, those very activities which cause his perpetual bondage become the destroyer of the tree of work. Amazing. So he's saying, you do the same activity. And all through Bhagavatam, this message is constant. Sthane sthitan shrutigatan tanuvan manobhir. Right? You don't disturb the living entity by asking them to change their profession or change their activity or whatever they are doing. If there is some trouble they are causing, maybe we'll have to probably little channelize thing, whatever. But then, by and large, changing the whole thing, topsy-turvy thing is not recommended. What is that? When system is not broken, don't change it. Don't break it. Don't change it. So the thing is, as long as it goes, that they are naturally, when a father gets a child, naturally he'll be attached to serving that child. When he gets a job, he would want to serve in the job because he has to earn the money to maintain himself and everyone else. So how do we dovetail that mood of that these basic activities is what is the secret here that Narad Muni is telling here. And then he says how this whole process of dovetailing itself directs him to devotional service. He says beautifully, whatever work is done here in this life for the satisfaction of the mission of the Lord is called Bhakti Yoga, or transcendental loving service to the Lord. And what is called knowledge becomes a concomitant factor. Concomitant factor means a buy one get one free. It's like that. So you see, this statement is the most transcendental statement of Prabhupada. This is where we should glorify Prabhupada. How much ever we glorify Prabhupada, it's not enough. Because the Sanskrit word, Bhagavat Paritoshanam, and Prabhupada is saying so beautifully, whatever work, he doesn't say only this particular work, that particular work. No. He's saying whatever work that is done here in this life for the satisfaction of the mission of the Lord. One can go and earn something, but he is doing it for the, or he goes and collects some money to offer to the Lord for Janmashtami Seva. You people, will we ask them to stop his service? He is coming and doing his Seva. The best example is our His Grace Jayananda Prabhu. When Prabhupada was starting his movement, he was pretty much the one who was, one man who was earning by his cab driver. As a cab driver, he was working. And he would not be seen in the temple during the daytime and all that. And he would not be seen in the Harinam Sankirtans and so on. But he would drive the cab, have a plate of cookies with him. And then whoever comes as the passenger, he has a very sweet way of talking to them. And just, when they give the charge for the cab, he will give one cookie. They will eat that and say, awesome, where do you get this? No, we make this in this place, come over. And then they come over, they come inside with the cookie and they get cooked and then come out as devotees. It happened during those days, cooked in the sense, cooked in Krishna consciousness, right? So they get the halwa, just attracted the cookie, then they get halwa, khichdi and everything and finished. That's all done for the life. So this is best example of how he was serving the entire, all the temples and Prabhupada's requirement. And he gave the donation for the, I think, nectar of devotion, right? Prabhupada acknowledged just that in the introduction. That thanks to Jayananda Das Adhikari that he, our heartfelt gratitude to him for providing some Lakshmi. And that too, I think he had it for his medicinal thing, for health thing, that he said, I am anyway going to die, and he gave it to Prabhupada. This is the best example of one who says whatever work is done here in this life for the satisfaction of the mission of the Lord is called Bhakti Yoga. So our perception of this world should change a little. We should change it a bit to see the devotion in everybody. Not only those who come to the temple or come to the programs or do this thing, etc., etc. They are definitely, but apart from that, those who are even coming and offering their obeisances, are just offering some little flower, or they just come and pay some dakshina, whatever they do, we should genuinely appreciate them for their starting point. Then naturally they take it up. Hey, this is really nice. People are appreciating. I think everywhere else they are criticizing me. So finally he winds up with this beautiful verse. While performing duties according to the order of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one constantly remembers him, his name, and his qualities. This is the secret. The next one, 36. If you see that, while performing duties according to the order of Krishna, when he is doing the activities according to Krishna's order, how he has given in Bhagavad Gita, then naturally he starts remembering Krishna's name and qualities. We don't have to enforce them to do that. Either they may do the work nicely and they will get some rewards and they will come to Krishna, or even after doing the work nicely, Maya has a way to slap us, and then after the slap they will come to Krishna. Either way we have to come to Krishna. So this is the thing, and that is why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the 3rd chapter, 26th shloka, it's a pivotal verse. You know that shloka, right? Na buddhi vedam janayet ajnanam karma sanginam joshayet sarva karmani yukta sangha sama acharan. This verse is so pivotal and so practical for us. And that is why Maharaj Nimi was asking, by the process of dedicating one's practical work to the Supreme. What is practical work? We have to understand. Many times devotees say, Prabhu, in Bhagavatam you are saying that is all very theoretical, but how to apply in practical? Anybody who says Bhagavatam is not practical, maybe they have not read properly, because Bhagavatam is the most practical. Our Devahuti Mata says it's the most easily practicable. I think in the Samvad there is a practicable, it's a very interesting word Prabhupada uses. Practicable. So practice means achar. How can there be achar without Bhagavatam? This is very, very important. Na buddhi bedam janayet. This shloka is very beautiful. Ajnanam karma sanginam. Don't disturb them. Buddhi bedam. Don't disturb them. Hey, what you are doing is Maya. You are not supposed to. All family life, family, wife, children, parents, they are all Maya. Then they will say, you are in Maya. Because you also have family, parents and so on. So, many times we don't understand what we are speaking to people. So, na buddhi bedam janayet ajnanam karma sanginam. Out of ajnana, they are karma sangis. They are attached to the karma. They say, no, next. In Hindi they say, when you ask somebody, Prabhu, can you come to the temple, can you chant one mala with us? No, main kaam mein hu. They say, main kaam mein hu, right? So, unknowingly they say the truth. Kaam has two meanings. One is work, another is lust. So, main kaam mein hu. Main kaam mein hu means I am in lust, that is I am working. So, unknowingly we tell the truth. So, this when they are saying like that, we should, we should not say immediately, you are wrong, you are this, you are that, etc. Joshayet sarva karmani. When they are doing work for their, firm very, very actively, we just tell them, hey, you are doing this service to Krishna. Whatever you are doing is a service to Krishna. You are doing your work very nicely. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that if you do your work nicely, you will please me. Then Joshayet sarva karmani. Then even if they don't listen, what we should do? They say, no, we don't have time for this. Yukta sangha sama acharan. He's saying, Vidwan yukta, not Vidwan yukta sama acharan. A Vidwan, what he does? Vidwan means Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. We are the devotees. One who knows the secret behind how to dovetail this, how to purify our karma. Right? So what he does is Vidwan Yukta Sama Acharan. By his own achar, he connects it with Krishna and then he shows to him this is what is to be done, how to do it for the pleasure of Krishna. Think that you are doing. Krishna himself says in 12th chapter that you offer you think that you are doing for Krishna. That is itself good enough to bring us to Krishna. Our work will start getting purified. So, this is beautiful words. Sama acharan. He didn't say by prachar you do. By your own achar you do. When we do our work, whatever that may be, any responsibilities that is given to us. That's why Prabhupada writes in his, when he translates this dharma, into English, we can offer a koti dandavats to Prabhupada also, it is not enough. Because he uses the word prescribed duty. Right? Prescribed duty is a very beautiful word. Because it is prescribed. Already written. Doctors give prescription. I have headache. It is already written there, for headache only this medicine should be given. The doctor is not going to manufacture something new. That is why it's called prescription. So prescribed. Already what your Vaishya, this is what you should do. For Brahmana, this is what you should do. We just, have to dovetail it a little bit more. That's why our acharyas, our spiritual masters are there. To, cover it, overcoat it with bhakti. So, the other word Prabhupada uses is occupational duty. Occupational duty, Prabhupada uses this word repeatedly. So, people say, Prabhu, what is my occupational duty? Very simple. That which you are occupied with this is also occupational duty. Now we are occupied with hearing Krishna Katha or Shravanam and Kirtanam. So this is our occupational duty. If suppose suddenly somebody says, no Prabhu, I have to play violin in the middle of your Katha, that is disturbing the occupational duty because people will get distracted. And if in the middle of the Kirtan, if I go and say, no, I have to recite a verse, that is disturbing their harmony. Right? So that which we are occupied with, be fully involved in it. That is all Bhagavatam says. Nothing else. When we are sweeping the floor, we are sweeping and cleaning our devotees every day, doing the pocha, everything. You just be fully absorbed in it. That's exactly, absorption is all the matter. And that is what Narada Muni is telling, that if you simply offer it to Krishna, that itself will make you remember Krishna. Because Krishna is remembering you. When Krishna remembers us, we have to remember him helplessly. And that is why this sloka na buddhi bedam janaye is so beautifully corroborated even more in Bhagavatam 8.1.14. This is the best sloka. See, these kind of verses, they come in between hidden for us to, it will be revealed. Atha gre rishayah kaman ihante karma hetave ihamano hi purushaha prayoniham prapadyate. Is saying here, therefore, to enable people to reach the stage of activities that are not tinged by fruitive results, great saints first engage people in fruitive activities. Unless you do your dharma at the right time, how will you come out of it? Niyatam kuru karmatvam. Krishna is telling this in the 3rd chapter when Arjuna is confused which one to do. This is the best verse in the 3rd chapter. He says, Niyatam kuru karmatvam karmajyayo hi akarmanaha sharira yatra pichate na prasiddheda karmanaha. See, very simple. Niyatam kuru. Here this word, Sanskrit word kuru, is not like Krishna is not pleading to Arjuna, please do a fight. No. Kuru means order. He's saying, I order you to do your karma. Niyatam kuru. Niyat karma you do. Kuru karmatvam. Why? He is telling the best secret in the second line. Karma jyayohi akarmanaha. By doing the activity only you can get rid of that activity. Suppose I am feeling hungry. If right time you are supposed to eat. If I am doing the karma of eating, then I will not have to worry for until the next meal. If I don't eat, then I will get some acidity, some stomach pain, some giddiness, whatever, and then I will go to the doctor. And the doctor will put all the syringe and tube and everything. Right? Or if you don't work, suppose the boss is giving some work to complete by so and so time. If you finish it on time, you forget it. You don't have to worry about it. Any seva that is given, not only boss, here also in the temple also, wherever we are supposed to do that seva, we are doing the cleaning seva between 7 to 7:30, whatever, right? After the 7 o'clock in Prabhupada's house, they do the cleaning. So if you do that cleaning, you don't have to clean for it till the evening or the next day. If you don't do the cleaning, then people will ask, who is supposed to be cleaning, why you are not cleaned and all that. Then we have to spend so much more time to answer them. So that is why Krishna says, Niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jyayohi akarmanaha. Now if you are not doing the work at the right time, the work doesn't go away from us. It is still there with us. If I don't finish my work by evening, the boss will, and then I go, now I have time I have to take Bhagavad Gita class. I will do the work tomorrow. Then the boss will call me in the middle of the Bhagavad Gita class. Your Bhagavad Gita is saying karmanyavadikaraste, and you are not following that, and you are going and giving Bhagavad Gita class. Come on, you come and finish it. So I have to sit all night and do and then go. So the boss will take Bhagavad Gita class for me. The one shloka that they know, with that they can finish us. So the point is, you finish the activity on time, you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. The same thing goes for our Varnashrama Dharma also. When we don't do the Dharma on time, then that ashrama, in our ashrama, that ashrama will kick us out. That is a very dangerous secret. Nobody says you cannot earn. We have to earn. It's a very beautiful statement. My spiritual master always used to tell us, constant flow of Lakshmi keeps us in the mode of goodness. We don't realize this many times. Oh, money is Maya. But then that is with which you are running all our festivals and day-to-day activities. So when the flow of Lakshmi is there, we will not worry about the electricity bill, water bill, the phone bill and all those things. We will not be worried about. Then our flow will be all right. The thought flow will be all right. So if we don't do that, then we say, oh, I depend on Krishna. Then so many people we are disturbing because of our lack of responsibility. And that is what Nimi is asking this question. Why? That's a very beautiful question. And as a result only we are getting the answer to this question. So the question itself has to be glorified as much as we glorify the answers. Because the same question is asked by Vasudeva to the sages in the Kurukshetra also. And our Prachinabari is asking to Narad Muni, or our Rahugana is asking to Chadabharat Maharaj. Everything is centering around that one, because Krishna is telling Sharira Yatra Pichate, Sharira as a Yatra. Today itself, just like you have Jagannath, Rath Yatra, Shobha Yatra, all that, our Sharira Yatra is also there. From morning to evening it is going through a Yatra. Right? And we are changed person by the end of the day, because you have taken some little food here and there, whatever. So the point is, Sharira yatra pichate na prasiddhye dakarmanaha. By not doing the activity, you are not getting prasiddhi, you are not nourishing the body. Right? Only way you can skip eating or sleeping is when you are constantly hearing Krishna Katha. Because that acts as the food for not only the soul, for the mind and body also. What is that? Tannas prushanti ashanatrid bhayashoka moha. He says, when our yatra bhagavata rajan sadhavo vishadashayaha bhagavad gunanu kathana shravana vyagra chetasaha yasmin mahan mukharita madhubhicharitra piyusha shesha sarita parita shravanti taye pibanti avitrusho nrupagada karnaihi tannas prushanti ashanatrid bhayashoka moha. Where the beautiful overflowing nectarian river of Krishna Katha is coming from the Sri Mukha of the pure devotees. There if you stay with the ears wide open to let that transcendental nectar of Krishna Katha flow into our ears, pibanti, taye pibanti, avitrusho. In what mood we should do? Avitrusho. We should be without satisfaction. We should be hankering for even more. Gada karnehi. Ears should be wide open, just like eyes are wide open when we see the deities. Ears should be wide open. Then 5 things don't even touch us. Tannas, prushanti, ashana. Ashana means hunger. Trid means thirst. Bhaya shoka. This hunger and thirst are bodily problems. Then bhaya shoka moha. Fear, lamentation and illusion. These 3 are mental problems, mental difficulties. So mental and bodily needs are also, our troubles are also completely vanquished simply by being near Krishna Katha. This is the beauty of that, our Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita Kathas and Sri Krishna Sankirtanam that we do. So this is the whole idea behind our karma part. Now, this same question is asked by Vasudeva to the sages in the Kurukshetra. There he is asking how it is that you are all telling that the same karma is going to be cut. This chain of karma is cut by the very same karma which you are doing. I am bewildered. I am not able to understand. Because I do karma, more karma will get added. No, more reactions will get added. No, he says no. That's what Narada Muni is telling. That karma without Krishna consciousness gets cut off. The reactions of those karma gets cut off by doing that same karma with Krishna consciousness. See how beautiful this secret is. And what is that Krishna consciousness? So very beautiful thing they are saying, that you do it according to the instructions of Krishna and his pure devotees. That's why we follow the instructions. We ask them for how we can do this. I am having 2 children, I am having one business, I am having this, etc., etc. How do I manage this? There are different kind of people coming and challenging the way of I want to do it for Krishna. How do I do this? For these day-to-day things, they will take the lessons from the Shastras and give us. This beautiful shloka is there, which the sages answer to Vasudeva, 10.84.37, very best shloka. Ayam swastyayanah pantha dvijater griha medhinah yat shraddayapta vittena shuklene jyeta purushah. Best verse. Because here twice this thing is correct, is highlighted. First, apta vittena. Word to word meaning is possessions obtained by just means, honest means. Whatever we are trying to offer to Krishna, it should be by honest means. And he is adding more to it by saying Shuklena Ijyeta. Shuklena means there are Krishna and Shukla. Shukla means white. Krishna means black. Right? Our Krishna is black. So there are many people come and give their black money and dump their black money and say, come on, now I am also purified, black money is also purified. The problem is, whoever is receiving it must be pure enough to purify that. Without taking a single penny from there, if they give it to, whatever they, and then engage that person, come and serve Krishna every day. Like, how Prabhupada used to engage everybody, and many great souls are doing that. So, Shuklena Ijyata means worship with untainted wealth. Very nice word, untainted. It's very important. Not only the people who are coming from outside, their wealth is under. Our wealth is what? Our eagerness to serve. But if that is mixed with, tainted with my desire for name and fame, desire for, followers, wealth, and, some kind of appreciation, importance, and so on, then that is also not Shuklena Ijyata. I come and stand in front of the Lord, and I'm not thinking about, how I try to help others to get this mercy that I got. So somehow please engage me, Krishna, in giving this benefit to others. Otherwise, sitting and speaking Bhagavatam with some few shlokas, references here and there is very easy. Now you just search our, what is that, Chat GPT, Copilot. They give a class to you. And then you take them and you just read them. So we my God, let's not go there. Right? So this is the most, the translation I'm reading, this is the most auspicious path for religious householders of Christ-born orders. He's telling this. The sages are telling to Vasudeva to selflessly worship the personality of Godhead with wealth honestly obtained. With wealth honestly obtained. We have honestly. Then we asked my spiritual master, what is honestly obtained, Maharaj? How to understand honestly? Then he said, if they are giving you 50 rupees salary, you should work for 100 rupees. That is honestly obtained. What we are doing right now is if they give 100 rupees, we work for 10 rupees only. And then complain that they are giving only 100 rupees. So many times we say, Prabhu, I am dedicating myself, but I am not getting the required thing. But what is your dedication? Our dedication is only to the salary. That is why, salary, we have this nice Hindi word, Naukri, right? Naukri.com is there where you have to apply for the job and all, right? That Hindi word is very nice. Naukri means they named it as Naukri because one person was earning in those days and 9 people were eating. Now means 9. So that 9 people were eating, so Naukri it was. After some time it became Chakri. Chakri means one person earns and only 4 people can eat. Chakri. Then it became Vetan. Vetan in Gujarati, Be is 2. Right? Vetan means 2 people only can eat from the salary that you are earning. The job that you are doing. Then finally it became Tankha. You know what is Tankha, right? Your own body you eat because the salary is not good enough. Tan means body, Kha means eating. So unknowingly we do these words which we are using. Tankha, your own body you have to eat because the food is not enough. Sorry, the salary is not enough to food. So we are attached to the salary, not to the job. If we see the job as Krishna, this is what is called how do you do the work honestly? So when I work for 100 rupees, why should I work for 100 rupees? I can work for 50 rupees. Though so much of my lifetime I did not work with this mood. No, for that who will settle the accounts? from the past lives, and in this life itself, so many years I worked only attached to the salary and all that. So this Bhagavatam is very, very strict. When you come to Bhagavatam, anything that we are doing, our only salary, when we come here, we work free. Why we are very bright when we sit here? When we are in the temple environment and all that? Because we work without any expectation. We are not working for salary. Whatever we are asked to do, some service, we do that, and Krishna likes it. And when people are outside, it's a very interesting thing. When people are in the other world, generally the other people, outside people, those who are not yet come to devotional service, knowingly, they are also devotees, they just don't know. So they are, when they have some problem, they go to the doctor. What does the doctor do? He gives a lot of medicine. To run his business, he has to give the medicine. But finally he will tell, please go for a walk in the morning, isn't it? For all of us, they will say, please walk in the morning. Go by the beach side or wherever you are, you go walk in the sun. Go and get the good, morning sun is very good for health, like that. They will say, right? Even allopathy doctors, they do that. Why? But our devotees, they don't get to walk in the sun because early morning onwards, they are sitting inside the temple. We don't get the sun, the early morning sun. But still when we are in doing the service, our faces are bright like sunlight only. Like sun only, our faces are really bright. How it is possible that without any of these medicines we are doing this? We are so bright. So it is actually proved in Shikshashtakam 2nd verse. What is that translation? I know, what is that? O my Lord, your holy names alone can render all benedictions to living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. They are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attractions for them. This is the translation. The first 2 lines very nicely settles this point, clearly proves this point. How devotees, even without the sunlight and moonlight, they are very bright. O my Lord, your holy names alone can render all benedictions to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. This is the point. We are only chanting the holy names since morning and Bhagavatam, and all our whole day morning program is filled with Krishna's holy names, Nama Rupa Guna Lila. So Krishna has invested all his transcendental energies inside these holy names and Bhagavata Katha, Krishna Katha. So when we chant those names, sunlight is there, moonlight is there, Agni is there, all of them they come and they serve. Because Krishna has ordered, anybody who has taken my names, you should come and serve. Only then you can please me. Your promotion depends on how you are helping my devotees, remember me. So this is how we get the energy of Krishna without even asking for it. All his Prabhashmi, Shajishuryu, everything is coming to us. So this whole set of verses settles the argument. You see, this is how our Bhagavatam study, when we do in this way, like from different places, how they are so nicely given to us, then the whole philosophy is in front of us. No more confusion, whether to do my job or not, whether to take care of my responsibility or not. We always want to give up the responsibility, which is very difficult to do, right? One person came to my spiritual master, his name is Mahā Mantra Maharaj. He came and he saw Maharaj was sitting inside the thing with the garland, so as a sannyasi. So he said, he was a grahastha. He came and he asked Maharaj that, Maharaj, I want to become a sannyasi. And first time you are coming, you want to become a sannyasi. You come, keep coming, then we will see how it. No, I want to take today itself. If this family life is very difficult for me. I am not able to bear it. He said, no, you come. We can definitely give you, but come do some chanting, associate with the devotees and do some seva, then we will see. No, I want now only. He was like really like that. Then he said, so you please wait for a few days. And then with the same breath he is asking, but I have 2 requirements. Morning breakfast, I want rotis. And 3 dots, brown dots in the top and 2 brown dots in the bottom. And then with some ghee. In our ashram, if you get roti, you should dance. We are not even eating for a breakfast prasadam. So you want to do a roti with the dahi, ghee, sabji, dahi, dal, everything, and you want to take sannyas. So sannyas means only 4 walls, and how long you can sit with your holy name, Japamala and Bhagavatam determines how much you are renounced. Then that person never came back to that area. So we don't take to these things, just for Maharaj used to tell us that, don't take to these things for name and fame. So this shloka finally we'll hear from Lord Vishnu himself when he is coming to the arena of Prithu Maharaj. It's the best verse that we can conclude with. We can all recite this together, 4.20.9. He insists on the importance of Swadharma, how Swadharma, doing our Swadharma immaculately well pleases Krishna. Yaswadharmena mam nityam. You can repeat, you don't need to see the shloka, it's anushtup. Yaswadharmena mam nityam. Nirashi shraddhayanvitaha. Bhajate shanakaistasya. Manorajan prasidati. Once more, little louder, huh? Yes, Swadharmena mam nityam. Nirashi shraddhayanvitaha. Bhajate shanakaistasya. Manorajan prasidati. See, this is the power of technology. I see all of you are looking at that, and 4.20.9 I said, but no, don't worry. If you are all closed your eyes, your sound will be a little louder. It doesn't need computers. It doesn't. It's just anushtup. Once we will do closing our eyes. Yaswadharmena mam nityam. See, it's louder without that screen. Yaswadharmena mam nityam. Nirashi shraddhayanvitaha. Bhajate shanakaistasya. Manorajan prasidati. Very beautiful verse, Yes, Swadharmena mam nityam. By his Swadharma, anybody who is doing it for my pleasure. What is the two conditions he is giving? Nirashi shraddhaya anvitaha. No expectation. Nirashi means don't have any expectations out of it. Expectation word itself is very beautiful. Expect, we say. Spect means spectacles, spectacular, means seeing. Ex means opposite seeing. That is, in Sanskrit we have that same word, apeksha. Apa, iksha. Iksha means seeing. Apa means opposite seeing. Means that which is truth, we are seeing the false of it. Somebody will come late only. I keep expecting that that person will come on time and then scold him. Prabhu, you know that I will come late only. Why you are expecting and then expecting it to come? So these expectations, no nirashi, no expectation. Very nice these words are. We don't know the roots of it and we are forgetting the effect. So, mam nityam. Nirashi, first word. Second word is shraddhaya anvitaha. Have full faith. If I don't expect, then who will give? Have faith that Krishna will give. Shraddhaya anvitaha. Endowed with that faith that Krishna will definitely give. Avashya rakshibe Krishna, Vishwasha palana. So, mam nityam, nirashi shraddhaya bhajate shanakaistasya. By doing that, that is bhajan. When we do our activities, that is bhajan. Shanakaistasya. Gradually, what will happen? Manorajan prasidati. Their mind will be gradually satisfied. Prasiddhi will become enlivened. And that is Lord Vishnu's final conclusion in that arena. We'll repeat this translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, continued. Please repeat. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, continued. My dear King Prithu, when one situated in his occupational duty, see again the word occupational duty has come. You are repeating that. I just said again the word occupational duty has come. We were talking about occupational duty. No, I just said this is not in the translation. Engages in my loving service without motive for material gain. He gradually becomes very satisfied within. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari 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 Bol Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam. You have a question? Hare Krishna.
Why are you so organized? Thank you for the class. So the perfection is to selflessly serve Krishna and keep our eyes, our ears wide open, appreciating the nectar. In this way, I can cancel breakfast.
Sorry, Prabhuji?
I can cancel breakfast.
Really, if you are doing that, we can do that because Parikshit Maharaj showed it to us in practice. Sorry, Prabhuji. It's just that, gradually, we go there.
I know everyone's convinced and to selflessly serve, but I think they're going to eat breakfast today.
Yes. We have to, because it is Krishna Prasadam. Prasadam is Prabhu's Sakshat Darshan. Prasada. Prabhu's Sakshat Darshan. So, mic is switched off. You can use this.
We're going to fire him later.
You can use this, Prabhu. No, it's having a wire. Okay. Okay, so no question. Okay. That's right. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Shyamasundar Lalita Vishaka ki jai. Sri Krishna Balaram ki jai. Jai Gaura Nitai ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Mahā Prasadam ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,